What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS.
She goes on a far-left woke tirade in front of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, their families, their young children.
Mr. President, in the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
They were forced to listen to the rantings of a lunatic.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives.
A self-important person who probably had AOC jot some notes down before.
The vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors.
Most offensive, Ainsley, is that her concerns were so cliched and wrong.
I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away.
I mean, she's a mess. And the speech was a complete, discarded propaganda you'd hear in Union Square or something.
And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here.
She was so arrogant. She is a heretic.
May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being.
So I thought it was disgusting, and she should be ashamed of herself and she should apologize.
These people keep proving over and over again that they do not really believe in God and Jesus Christ. They're not Christians. These people there's no way that they could be. The fact that these people are calling out the bishop, who was very calm in her tone and her demeanor, but with bravery to call him out. And she didn't even call him out, really. She was just saying, have compassion and mercy. These people are saying that that's her being a heretic. She is woke. She is someone that needs to apologize. It was disgraceful. So they really are needing to tell Jesus that he needs to apologize for what was said in the Bible many, many years ago. How dare Jesus say the meek will inherit the earth? We believe that the prideful and the rich and the wealthy are the ones that really inherit the earth. He needs to apologize. How dare he say that it's the meek that inherit the earth? We own this place. The bishop asked Donald Trump to take a breath. Don't really go forward with the things that you were promising, that you were preparing, that you were scaring people with what was going to be done. Just, okay, you won. So can you just do that and now just take a breath and have some mercy and try to find some love somewhere and be considerate and kind and think of other people? They are absolutely insane, these people. I'm just clearly I feel like God is just kind of checked out from all of this. And he's like, y'all have it. Y'all wanted a king. Here you go. You got it. I talked about this a few times before when these so-called Christians claim that Donald Trump was the one that God chose to be the president of the United States, which is absolute insanity. It's bull. It's not true. But if these same people who claim to be Christians actually read the Bible, it's the same as back in the days when they wanted a king, when God wanted them to rely on him, to seek him for support and help and just love him and rely on him. And they said, no, we want a king. And it's like, okay, you want a king? Here you go. You got your king. and that king is going to be terrible, and you're going to suffer, and you're going to have a harsh hand laid down on you and rule because you wanted this king so bad. And it's happening in real time. These same so-called Christians who claim to be believers in God, they claim they know the Bible, they claim they read the Bible, and it's like, you're doing it again. And this is not a country of kings. It's not supposed to be. But they want a king. And then they want to try to cloak it in Jesus and say that Jesus has his hands on Donald Trump. Jesus wouldn't touch Donald Trump with a 10-foot pole. He is like the closest thing to Antichrist in his behaviors and his beliefs and his speaking and his thoughts that they come. So they're calling out this woman and saying that she is a heretic. She needs to apologize. It was disgraceful. How dare she ask for something that Jesus asked people to have? Mercy and compassion. My God. She didn't even bring up civil rights. She didn't even bring up, black people. She talked about immigrants and transgender children and gay and lesbian. She didn't even say anything about black people. Oh my God. They probably would have wanted her head on the stake or on the guillotine if she had mentioned black people. Man, I tell you, these people are disgusting. And I am so over these so-called Christians, especially the ones that are on YouTube. Every day, they're doing videos exposing other pastors. And yeah, some of them I watch, and some of them I watch for entertainment value, and I laugh and stuff like that. And some of them I actually do agree with. But for the most part, the main ones that do that, not all, but the main ones who do that are the same ones that were championing Donald Trump being elected. They may not have campaigned for him, but what they would do is, and I never watched any of it because I was like, this is some bullcrap. They would do content about Kamala in a way to make it seem like she is someone that should not be the president of the United States because of her not aligning with God's word. Where were these people when it came to Donald Trump? What in the Bible, what in God's word, what in God's name does Donald Trump align with? He was pro-choice before he ever ran for president the first time. He was a Democrat who donated to multiple Democrats, okay? And he's on record as saying that if he ever ran for president, he would have to run as a Republican, and not in so many words, pretty much saying because they were stupid. I'm just like, what do people not get about this? But then they want to claim that they believe in God. And so because he got Roe v. Wade overturned, that means that he is the second coming of Jesus Christ? You're absolutely insane. I don't have anything for these so-called Christians when it comes to him because I don't hear, at least I don't hear it. I don't hear them calling him out. And the fact that these people have a large platform like Fox News to go on and criticize this woman when all she was doing was speaking like someone that sounds like they're speaking in the name of the Lord, to say, have mercy, have compassion. And the fun fact of it all, when she was talking about immigrants, Donald and JD both were sitting to their wives who are immigrants. Parents are immigrants. They're married to immigrants. So unless the immigrants are sexy women that you could screw and maybe get married and have some kids with, they don't deserve to be a part of this nation. I tell you, these people are so disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. It really is so disgusting to me. But I just had to share my thoughts on it because I just was like, I cannot believe these people. I can't believe them. Oh, you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.